homeboy chair and Tanacho Kachena hood chair from day one, na even manager. You know what I mean?
Which is the case for your maps, right?
Yes. It's also important for the homeboy to know to learn when to step back. I'm a very present dad. Only you and me are present dads.
Only. How many do you have, by the way? Because I think he's the original father of the nation. He's the real father of the nation.
Some other day somebody posted a photo trying to jab me at I've got 5 or 6 children and 6 baby mamas.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, and I'm very present. Didn't we have that Sampa, the great song on the Black Panther thing?
Yes.
Do you think it's a smash hit? It's not as big as the typical mainstream songs in Zambia. Yeah. If the music wasn't good, why don't they talk about the small cats who always fail with their collaborations? They talk about my collaborations because they are successful. So you can't do anything great without it getting any criticism. Like, hey, no masasha ma collabo. Okay. Njine neka. Why is it a Zanga and Yazidi? Who's the bigger artist?
Yeah.
She's the bigger artist.
Really?
Yes.
Are you going to marry Xaven at the point you've reached?
Yes.
That's the show we have lined up for you today. All the conversations we'll be having on the table. Welcome to it. Welcome to On the Table. My name is Chimweka, or simply Chimweka, aka Chilla 3. Now, my guest today is a brother of mine, is a friend of mine, is a very, very talented artist, a performer, an entertainer. I think he's also become a content creator now. Because that's like a thing now that's going on in terms of people being diverse. But also, he's got arguably, I don't know if I can even say arguably, the biggest song in the country. Aye, aye, ninako manado. Allow me to welcome the one and only Daddy Long, Nez Long.
What's up? What
do the thing? Kapalo, is that thing? You guys don't ever do the thing. But last time you did it, but it was off. Yes, please turn it on. Please do it again. Daddy Long,
What's up? What it do?
But he's dressed in a suit and tie. I don't know. Are you also running for mayor as well? You're looking old, but it's a good look, you know.
Thank you.
Maybe you should actually maintain this.
Yeah, I do this once in a while, you know.
When we see you like this, it means that there must be a bag somewhere. There's money somewhere.
Some kurikachola somewhere, you know, sitting somewhere. Yeah, waiting for me to go and stumble on it.
But it's always good, especially when people see artists like show this side of them, because I think people are just used to, you know, snap back, maybe wearing some hoodie or some sneakers, but all suited up.
See, I'm an artist. Could whenever Mangarache throw out just there, and then could some of us who have to dress like this.
So what do you typically get up to? Do you like shop like this for meetings? Or what usually gets you into this outfit? What does it take to get Nez Long like this?
Business meetings, corporate events, and this is not the first time you're seeing me in a suit.
Yeah, of course.
Every time, awards and months, you know, like I'm rocking like.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about those who rarely see you like this. They're probably like it's a shock.
Yeah, at least let me shock them.
Yeah. But I think that also speaks a lot into like how artists are business minded as well. Mm-hmm. That you can have an artist who has a business side, is able to have conversations with the corporates and sit down and all of that. That means you're able to do that for yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm able to do that. I do that a lot. Though, for an artist to speak to like the corporates, I kind of feel like we need to maybe hand it over to our representatives, like managers and whatnot. Yeah. Maybe when it's time to sign off like the deal now, close it off. I feel like it takes away a little bit of your value a little bit. Kad munkara pamoja ma meeting giant. You're negotiating.
Yeah.
You know, you need to have somebody who's, you know, trained to do that and represent you. Yeah, it's just that some of us, like, and then also, some of the deals that we usually get, based off the fact that some corporates just demand to see the artist.
Is that a bad or a good thing? Because again, some people feel like it's arrogant when you don't talk to the person directly.
I feel like there's some people, some corporates that are represented by people who want to meet the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's important to let the representatives negotiate. And then when it's time to, to like meet and seal the deal is when you bring in the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes, mama funa chimpaka, no. Also just confidence, because we've, as artists as well, we've been misrepresented a couple of times. I think that's why sometimes they prefer the artist comes through. But the industry is growing, and then we have a whole lot of managers and representatives that are doing quite a good job now.
Yeah.
So even when you give them like confidence, like this is my manager and whatnot, and you send them to represent you, attend the meetings, do the negotiations of whatever business you're trying to do together, they tend to they have confidence and faith that they're going to close off on a professional level, But in the past, I think what led to some corporates wanting to actually have a one-on-one with the artists is because they felt like maybe artists are being misrepresented, and then also there were some corporates that also wanted to guide the artists to say, okay, this is how we're going to go about it, before the coming in of, like proper corporate managers for artists.
I hear a lot of talk around how a lot of Zambian artists don't exactly have managers. They have either like a booking agent or they have an assistant. But people just use the tag manager. Have you noticed that as well?
Booking manager. Well, okay. The thing is, here's how this business works. I feel like it's important for an artist to have like a whole team, a media team, social media manager, booking manager, like a whole complete team. You get my point? But maybe some artists can afford to have a complete team like that. Some cannot. So they tend to have, sometimes you have an agent, but when they go represent you, they go there as a booking manager. Say, they'll have a conversation like with me. Say, look, there's this deal that I think would work well for you, and this is what I think I can add to your brand. Can I represent you on this deal, and let me push this and this and this? Okay, no problem. And when they go there, they have to go represent me as my booking manager. Say, I know, I'm actually Nez's manager or booking manager per se. You know what I mean? So the issue of having a manager just is kind of complex here, because umapezeka sometimes na homeboy cheo and choka chena hood cheo from day one na even manager. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing, because
you think so?
Yes, because artists are creatives, okay? And then there's this one person you've always been riding with, who has always believed in you, when nobody did. You know what I mean? Even when you didn't have confidence to step on a stage or just to step into any space, this person was there, and they just gave you the confidence, like, yo, let's go, we can do this. You know what I mean? And then there's a certain point where you get with your career, and then now you need to go a little bit professional. The smart artists usually engage also like somebody who's going to assist the homeboy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then those are the ones that thrive. So you find like the homeboy is still part of the management because he understands the artist, like understands the creativity and the artist on a personal level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even the one who's understanding the artist on a corporate and professional level, they can mediate. He can mediate the relationship.
Yeah.
That team is very important.
Which is the case for your maps, right?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people do not know that.
Yes, they don't know that. But I must say this, kudos to Kandeke.
Yeah.
He has stood by maps for the longest time.
Despite what people have been saying about
Yes.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, he stood by Maps for the longest time. That's a brilliant relationship. And well, Maps and Kandeke are smart enough to even bring in other people to handle other sides of their brand.
Yeah.
Hence their growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hence their growth. Yes, we only hear more about Kandeke. Yes, they've come a long way. They've branded each other so well. You know what I'm saying? They've put themselves out there. But there's also an extended team that they brought in to make sure that they grow.
Yeah.
You get my point? And I think it's something that every artist should adopt. No matter how much you have a homeboy who's trying to learn, who knows everything,
Yeah.
it's also important for the homeboy to learn when to step back and say, balance if. You know what I mean? Wow, they're still there. You're still riding with them.
But it seems like a lot of artists have don't want to do that. Others argue that maybe it's because of the finances. They're not ready to spread out that much, because obviously I know with artistry there's different costs that go even beyond management, and sometimes maybe that could be the fear that you're not ready to put in that money to have like a whole team like that.
So here's the thing: when you're starting out and you're potentially a money maker, I think the smartest thing you can ever do for yourself is interact with people. You know what I mean? Interact with people. That way, there's people who are gonna notice how they can make money with you, and they'll actually put it on the table to say, "Oh, look, here's what I can do for you. Don't pay me yet. We can work on percentage basis, but this is my title here." You get my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they come in like that, be accommodative. Learn what they do. You know what I mean? And allow them to also operate around you. That way, you have a team that you're not paying upfront, but based on what their performance and the income that they bring into that organization at that particular moment, they make the money that pays them and pays you.
It seems like you've really understood the music business.
Kaya cha benchizung jet kondo kamba kamba.
But it's a good thing. I think it's important that people get to understand that, and especially for a lot of younger artists who are coming up, because it seems like that tends to be a struggle. But one thing I've also realized is you in the last couple of because by the way, we've been trying to have Nez for a while. He's been busy. He's been touring. He's been going around the country. Which part of this country have you not been to yet?
The country or even the world? Say it right, bro.
I apologize. I take that back. This man has been traveling.
I'll consider your apology.
He's been traveling across the world.
Yeah.
Like, how has this been for you?
It's been great. I think I would love for each and every artist to invest in, before I go international, let me talk about just within Zambia. When you're starting out, whether you're making money or not, just organize some gigs, work with promoters in different parts of the country, understand different cultures, understand different standards of living of people, understand your country. You know what I mean? It will broaden your creativity and your mind to not only limit your creativity to just a particular region. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand your country better.
Yeah.
So even when you're making music, that especially if you're in the mainstream business, you need to know that nikaimba so when I structure a song like this and like this, it's going to cut across all walks of life. Or that's the best way. And it's not only your responsibility as a creative, it's also your team. When they go to those places, they need to go. When you put together a team, that homeboy you're with needs to also create relationships in those areas.
Yeah.
They meet promoters, they meet club owners, they meet they visit radio stations, they understand how music is promoted in those areas. You know, yes, right now we have social media, but there's also a lot of work that's done on ground. You know what I mean? So it's important to tour. You go into those places, mingle, and also people may see you all the time on social media, but once they start to see you like physically, they also start to love you a little bit more. Like there's a relationship you're building with them. Like when you visited a certain part of the country at a certain point, when you had maybe one hit song, and then you drop another banger, they want you back because they love how probably you performed and you related with them from the last time you were there. You know what I mean? It's just tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exposure is not only outside the country. You need to expose yourself to your own country.
Yeah, I like that you say that.
Yeah. So even if you're in a region where you know how Lusaka is. Lusaka is busy. Lusaka is like the city. You know what I mean? Yeah. That doesn't mean you know it all. There's corners of this country where there's potential. There's a bag sitting of yours somewhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So go to those areas, understand how people are living and whatnot. You might learn one or two things, and then based off representing a certain part, a certain region, but making sure that you speak for everybody. You know, you're winning love across the country. Yeah.
And I think it's known. I don't know if people out there also realize this, but I think within the creative or entertainment space, the love outside Lusaka is like, it's phenomenal, isn't it?
Too much.
It's like, because they rarely see people from Lusaka. So when we go there, you know, whether you're emceeing or you're performing artist or whatever, it's like,
the love is amazing there. Munam Lusaka, yes, people love us here. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of love.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people get too familiar sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, if we leave this place, we might go and have lunch in a place where we find fans, and then maybe it's our regular place. That fan will still be a fan, but they won't be as excited as they always are.
Yeah.
Third or the fourth or the fifth time that you're there. You know what I mean? Come on, Kalamo Kaja, but sometimes maybe they just wave. But the first time you're there, they're almost losing their jobs trying to jump on you.
Yeah.
You know? So it's familiarity. But when you're outside, people don't see you much, you know, they don't have as much entertainment as Lusaka has, because Lusaka alone has got a gig every day. Not as in performing show, but just the lifestyle.
Yes.
It's like people are partying every day now. Tankaramonga manje kuvyalo kwa kutapa. Monday chilita. Tuesday chilita. You know what I mean? So even the entertainment, even as an artist, when you're not in those places where people are having a good time, there's themes that have been created around those entertainment spaces that sometimes don't even require artists. Just your music playing there is enough, and people will create a vibe and they'll chill.
Yeah.
You get my point? Yeah. So when you go outside town, they feel and then they actually see that, oh, this guy's the one who did this song.
Yeah.
They feel nice. You know, they really celebrate us very well. Yeah.
So if you're not performing, you're not having these meetings, what are you up to on a typical day?
Doing school run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like a present dad like that.
I'm a very present dad. Only you and me are present dads.
Only. How many do you have, by the way? Because I think he's the original father of the nation. He's the real father of the nation.
So
that's why I'm giving the props to you. How many are there? Is it 5?
Hey, guy. No, I only have 2.
5. Okay, the accepted ones.
The
ones you've accepted.
I only have 2 kids, bro. I only have 2 kids, a girl and a boy.
Really?
Yeah, and then, well, because I love children.
Yeah.
I'm usually with my nieces, my nephews, and whatnot. So when you see me post a photo of my children,
yeah,
you will see 7 or 10.
So it looks like there are a lot.
Yes. So even when some other day somebody posted a photo trying to jab me at, I've got 5, I think 5 or 6 children and 6 baby mamas.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, and I'm very present.
And I think I can, and I think that was my story because I was explaining something similar to that.
Yeah.
Look, I've got these two kids, but also these are two kids I'm found with a lot who are my brother's children.
Yeah.
I'm found with them. So together, like when you see me, they're like 4. And then that's how it started. Like, oh no, he's got 4 kids, got 5 kids. Next thing, the number is just increasing. And then now also even the mother of children is increasing. Like,
Because they are my children.
yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
They are my children.
Your brother's children are your children, right?
If I father them, they are my children.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And looking at our African culture, that's what it is, especially if it's like your
Yes,
your
because
brother.
some of us were brought up in a situation where your aunt is your mom. So
Yes.
does that mean my auntie has got a bunch of kids and my mother doesn't?
See? That's a valid point. So you live with them like and everything.
Yeah, well, from time to time.
Ah,
Sometimes they're at my house, sometimes they're at my mom's.
Ah, okay. And how's co-parenting going?
My co-parenting is brilliant. I won't even lie to you.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah. I think I appreciate the relationships that my mother created before she passed with the families, even like my relatives, how even in situations where we have like a little bit of misunderstandings, I appreciate the how they actually fix things and always make sure we focus on raising the children. You know what I mean? Because it's the well-being of the children that would be affected if ever we just throw in egos and pride and decide, in A, B, you know? Children first. We need to raise our kids better than we were raised. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to push it a notch higher.
Yeah. And I'm happy you've said that because I've seen that in Zambia. If you have a child with somebody who you're not actively with, it's like there's only 2 expectations. It's either you're fighting or you're still together. Like there's no in between. So it's either you have to be fighting. People expect people to be insulting each other, saying this about each other, or if they see you having a bonding with the mother of your child, it means you guys are still together. It's like there's no in between. Like people, it's like a lot of people in Zambia don't believe in co-parenting.
Are you trying to tell us something?
I'm saying the best of your statement.
No, tell us. Tell us. Are you trying to tell us something?
We're talking about you, Nez. You are the guest on the show. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It sounds personal. Okay, yeah, like
No,
honest.
isn't that your story?
Well, for me, I must say, I have a good relationship with the parents for my children. You know what I mean? The mothers. But, you know, when you're in a relationship, sometimes you need to set limits on how far you go with your interactions and whatnot and whatnot. It's only right when you have somebody new in your life. There's also boundaries that you need to set to say, okay, we can only interact this much and whatnot. But the best thing you can do is make sure that the well-being of the children is intact. If you're going to a school activity, you both have to be present. You know what I mean? If she's coming, if my baby mama is coming with her person, we need to make sure we're going to support the child. If I'm coming with my person, let's go and support the child because we are all 4 of us are actively parenting that child. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah.
All 4 of you.
Yeah.
That doesn't get awkward?
Well, isn't there?
Maybe at the beginning?
Don't we all have to get to a point where we accept that this is the situation?
Yeah.
Because as long as you don't accept that situation, you won't raise the children right. You know what I mean? So you just accept, no, we're going to support the child. Let's go. You greet each other. What? You stand. You represent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're there for the child.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And maybe people might want to avoid a situation where now the kids are now telling the future partners of their parents whether they should be handsome or they should be beautiful or anything. Anyway, story for another day. Matero.
Yeah.
Matero. How often do you visit Matero?
Almost every week.
Because family is still there.
Yeah, my brother lives in Mature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from that, I it's a place where I go to go and eat. There's the Matero market by Koriyama itana beans rice. Ama mixinga na vi mambuzi shani.
That one sounds like it's a hangover meal or something.
Why are you getting some of my hangover?
Those are things that, in hangover makes you discover some crazy mixtures.
I think Matero made me fall in love with like street food.
Street food, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's why I find like, there was a time when we were living there, like we wouldn't even cook sometimes. Chips shan. We go by shop right there, we do it chips maya or granach bread, just like that,
Yeah.
Hey. Nah, for many of you have my beans rice, what. So once in a while, I just want to go there at least once a week. I just go there, grab a meal. Yeah, standard.
And just feel back to life, back to the roots and all of that. When Slap was here in the previous episode, I was talking to him about Ndinema's project, Matero in the House.
Yeah.
And how he says he reached out to all of you guys, you Matero artists. But you never gave him the chance. You never gave him time of day. Why, Nez? Why? I know you to be a good person, Nez.
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
I don't know, I'm not aware.
You're not aware that he said that? You're not aware that
I'm not aware that
he reached out to you?
I'm not aware that he reached out to me. He speaks to me almost every day. We crack jokes on each other's statuses.
Really?
Yes. The last time we had a conversation about a collaboration with Ndinema, I think we were driving from Chipata, and then he was bumping us like some of these recent successful projects. Like, no, you need to jump on this, you need to jump on that. You know what I mean? We were like, yeah, let's do this when we get back.
Yeah.
We were coming from a show that really didn't do so well, so I had to come back here, put my resources together, pay off a couple of things that had to come, like payments had to come out of my pocket. So it took like maybe a month or two for me to clear out quite a lot of that. Yeah, and then, well, he had reached out at that time, and we're talking of, that was 2022?
Yeah.
So unless if he started recording that album then, and then it was only during that period that I was supposed to record, then yes, I did not record. But if it's any time after that, until the time he dropped it, then I don't remember not.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess water on the bridge. And, I mean, he knows best what that was about. But I think even when that came out, people had a lot of questions.
Kudos to him. He's doing a great job. He's doing well for himself.
Yeah, no, he really is. And I guess hopefully there'll be something that will be done eventually. But you said you did a show and then it didn't go out so well. What do you mean? Like,
no, it was successful. We made good money, but we were just we brought in a little bit too many artists. You know what I mean? So to break the bread and cover for expenses, that's what's kind of, and that was my first show ever organized by me. You know what I mean?
Would you do that again?
I do that all the time.
Okay, that's interesting. So you learned lessons and then you knew what you needed.
I've done like 5 big gigs and I've only had maybe 2 of them successful. Like where I walk away with a proper bag, but I never quit. Yeah.
Like and all of these like outside Lusaka?
Yeah, most of them are outside Lusaka. I haven't done anything within Lusaka.
I think you and I need to discuss business. We'll take a break and maybe we'll sign a deal right here, Nez and I, and then continue the conversation on the other side. Welcome back. You're still watching On the Table. My guest today is the one and only Daddy Long. Yeah, Nez Long himself, the Aye hit maker. You know, it's so funny. It's happened twice, right? Where I'm emceeing somewhere, and then you know, like especially like emceeing, and then you switch to Afro beats, and I'm there with a DJ, and then like sometimes it's Zambian music even. Like, we're going back to back Zambian music. And then I'm now telling the DJ, like, yo, put Aye next. And then it's about to play Aye, and then we stop the song that's playing before, and are doing like this big announcement because people about to go crazy with Aye. Why you say this? Then you just hear it, yeah, Davido. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh my goodness. Like now people are thinking like, what the hell is going on? And you've done this whole intro.
Yeah.
So it's happened about twice and just like, guys, we're talking about the Aye that's happening right now,
Yeah.
But congratulations to you for having such a big song yet again.
Yeah, thank you. You always congratulate me. I think, don't you congratulate me every other year? Guys,
That's your way of bragging.
can I say this in front of the camera? Chimweka is a huge fan of Nez Long. Yes. He's a huge fan. And I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Chimweka gave me one of my first interviews on the table, right? Yeah. Tinankala pajata kambapo. And ever since, I'll be performing when Chimweka is just right behind me. Go through my Instagram. Go through my
It
Facebook.
only happened once, by the way. There's just like one picture.
Bro,
And that photographer was malicious. I didn't
bro,
point
I'll,
that.
I'll share the photos. There's more than one photos. He's always somewhere in the back cheering. And I'm like, that's my guy.
Yeah, no, but you've put out some really dope hits like over the years. And I think that the growth has been amazing. Because when Van Damme dropped, what song? What year was that?
2018.
2018?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you manage to get out of that? Because by out of that, I mean, when an artist drops a hit song, and it's the same thing I was having a chat with the nationality guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to keep the fire burning and keep it going? Because people are probably thinking, Kwasira, that's it. Don't get anything bigger than this.
Wish I could formula. Consistency. Just keep perfecting your art. And you need to understand yourself. You know what I mean? Create your own niche and just ride with it. Believe in yourself. Know what you're about. You know what I mean? It can never be taught. It's within every person who decides to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had down moments where I feel like, this thing is tired. Valemeka, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in front of people anymore. But every time I get inspired and then it's always kaboom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's how you keep your fire burning inside you. You know what I mean? So it's just like in any field of work or art. Always keep yourself around circles that inspire you, grow you, and keep your fire burning. That way you stay inspired, you keep growing, you keep creating, and you keep working and bettering yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And it's how also you never give up on a song. Because I mean, you've had songs which you put out, but they take months before they actually blow up and get the recognition.
Van Damme is the best example.
Exactly.
Van Damme dropped in 2017 and it blew up in February 2018.
I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like.
5 months.
5 months.
Yes, and we're pushing.
I wonder what it's like. You are pushing this song and you're probably thinking, okay, you know what, it's probably done, it's time. Then you wake up one day and it's like every club you're going to, this guy here is playing it. And
Yeah, well, there's always music is futuristic. Music is forever.
yeah.
So sometimes there's songs that I've done that are not as big as There's songs that I've done that are not as big as Keka.
Yeah.
Like all my smash hits.
Yeah.
There's those songs, but they have a purpose. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, okay, I get you.
They have a purpose. They have a purpose, and that purpose might not be served immediately, because what people always look at right now is what is big in the mainstream.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's a bunch of people who are making more money than us with music that is not even as big as somewhere. You know why? Because they understood what they were doing and the intended purpose of the music, and they took it to the right audience and the people who had the right use for it.
Like having that niche audience that buys into that kind of
Exact
sound and all of that.
Didn't we have that sample, the great song on the Black Panther thing?
Yes.
Do you think it's a smash hit? It's not as big as the typical mainstream songs in Zambia.
Yeah.
But the intended purpose for the song, it served. It reached the right audience. It reached the right people at the right time, and it represented Zambia. You get my point? So it's not every song that requires no mpaka che. So understand, sometimes even if you're trying to do a mainstream song, understand that song, just make sure you keep it there. Make sure it's monetized. Make sure you have everything in place for its promotion.
So would you say you have that now? You have like your music monetized, like in terms of you getting the royalties and you getting your
I do.
Your monies for the online streaming platforms.
I've been doing that for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. Well,
so you're raking in with Aye. Because I mean, Aye is playing like
yes,
almost everywhere you go.
Yeah, but it's only 2 months old, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, eh?
Has it been that big and nice that you think it's been around the whole year?
Well, it's playing in my car almost every day, so it feels like it's been around for...
I think you've played it for over 365 times that you think it's been around for 365 days.
That's why we've given you water, because you've been overplaying in our places. So you need to drink some water because
I've been performing.
You've been overperforming. But I mean, with all these hits that you've done, do you struggle to make a hit without a feature?
No, I don't.
What's your biggest hit without a feature?
Born Again.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Basically, here's the formula, okay? Here is the simple formula.
Amen.
I would call myself the king of collabs. You know why? There's people that bake bread and there's people that make pizza.
I want to see where this is going.
Why can you have pizza without bread, without dough?
No.
The baker was involved somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But to have pizza, you need different flavors, right? Mm-hmm. So how can you come up with a great combination without adding different flavors?
I don't know if that analogy really works. I see what you're trying to do, but I think you get the point when people talk about features and Nez Long, because the people able to have those hit songs without those flavors you're talking about and all those things. If that's the analogy you're using, so how is that possible? Because already, even when you do a song, I bet you have people who are there. I know you love to produce your own stuff sometimes, but I bet you also have people.
I quit producing.
You quit.
Yeah.
But which even justifies the point. You have people in the background. You have all these other people who now make that part of your analogy. Mm-hmm. But as in you as a solo artist and making that hit song without featuring this person, would you say you've been succeeding with that?
I can easily succeed if I decided to. But I love when I put together a song and I notice what it's missing. Look, how was I going to make Aye when I can't sing? Tell me. I can't sing.
No, but here's so
how do I do it?
So here's what gets to happen. And
I go and embarrass myself on a chorus? No, I need to know your lane. Know your lane.
No, but here's the thing, and this has happened a lot. Whether I'm playing a song on radio and you back announce that's music by Nez Long featuring Your Maps and Xaven, or whether in at an event or even just talking to people. And I've heard this before, but I thought it was a Your Map song.
Yes, you thought so. I love the fact that it's a thought.
But people have thought that for a while, but doesn't that defeat the purpose? Because it's supposed to be... No,
it doesn't defeat the purpose. Look, a collaboration is bringing a bunch of artists together to do a song. It's collaboration, guys. Okay, it's a collabo. This one brings their flavor. This one brings their flavor. That one brings their flavor. And then you have a bass that puts the song together and just makes it a brilliant song. Simple. You know? I personally don't find... there's an artist who approached me and was talking to me like, so how do you deal with the fact that people always think like you have to collaborate all the time and whatnot?
Yeah.
And I realized, look, the fact that people notice that I collaborate is because I make great music. If the music wasn't good, why don't they talk about the small cats who always fail with their collaborations? They talk about my collaborations because they are successful. So you can't do anything great without it getting any criticism. Like, hey, no masesha ma collabo. Okay. Njine neka. Why is it a zanga ndiye Go and collaborate as well. And sing at Nazano Zizalida.
Yeah.
Finish.
But we just know how it is. I think people see it as a bigger flex. It shows more of your capabilities, your potential. If you are able to have you're able to have hit songs without the need to have somebody feature on your song.
Don't you think it's a capability and a superpower to always have an ear and an understanding of putting artists together and coming up with a great song?
Yeah, but it's seen as a bigger flex or bigger strength if you don't need to. You have an ear on your own voice and your own skills to have that hit song by yourself.
I do have.
You don't have to have an ear to hear, okay, this person, that person. Yourself, you yourself, your vocals on that song. So you don't think it's a bigger flex?
Just like I told you. Kuli debonaires. Mveraka. Kuna wajama panga machapati. Wama vigurisa maplastic machapati veka. For you to enjoy that stuff, you need to add something on it, right? That doesn't mean it's useless. There's a reason why the baker has to be involved in the dough.
So meaning for you, your technique is just to keep on adding like a flavor. It's just just keep adding the flavor.
There's sometimes that I just love eating buns. So I'll eat the dough alone. But look, for me, collaborations is something that I'm passionate about. I love bringing artists together to come up with great music. You know what I mean? I do not wake up and decide that, kutinpange nyimbo ilero. No. I go into the studio, create, and then I understand, what am I missing to make this piece great? You get my point? Then I bring that person in, say, yo, can you join in on this? I feel like we can create a vibe here. When I know that, okay, I can run throughout this by myself, I'll go with it.
It seems you've mastered the art of that. I mean, I must give you credit for it, that you've succeeded with it. So do you struggle like with getting some of these artists on these songs? Like chasing them, waiting for them to be in the right kind of vibe, mood, shani?
No, I've never struggled with any of that. I'm very respectful. That's number one. So even when at the time that I reach out to somebody, they understand that this is somebody who's very, who keeps to themselves and minds their own business, and they're great energy to work with.
Yeah.
You get my point. So I think everybody who I usually work with artists that I have a chemistry with. I don't work with, if we do not click and we do not that we dislike each other, but if we do not have what can I call it? We don't have chemistry in the musically or in the studio. That doesn't mean you're a bad artist or I'm a bad artist. We are just not. We just can't mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're good. To those that I am able to, I feel like, no, this we can work with my guy here or this person or that person. We always do. Not that I always work with the same artist. I mean, it's important to tap into different audiences as well. But even as you do that, there's supposed to be a chemistry there. That's what makes great music.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So I bet when you got the vocals for Aye, I bet you knew this is going to be a smash record.
Straight up.
Like, this is going straight to number one.
Straight up. Immediately I got the vocals, I knew everything I needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, didn't you and, because Xaven is also on the song, didn't you and Xaven promise people like a whole body of work, the two of you?
Yes, it's there, it's done. Just give us money so to start putting it out.
But it's ready.
Yeah, it's been ready. It's been ready.
So what you're saying is the only thing remaining is the money?
No, not really. I'm just kidding. So, there's rollout plans for every project. Yeah, and there's a couple of plans that we need to start with first before we get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we've done quite a lot of work. A lot of work musically. We've done our homework in the studio. So the only thing that I feel needs to be done is marketing strategy, a proper rollout. Without a rollout, without a marketing strategy, without any of that, without plans, your music is going nowhere. You know, it's a situation where you can even have a banger, but you won't be able to monetize it. No, monetizing, I don't mean streams. No.
Yeah.
When people listen to your music, they need to want to see you and pay you for seeing you. You know what I mean? You need to create a value. You need to create a demand that brings money to you. You know what I mean? Because I've seen, there's some artists that have had big songs. You know what I mean? But contribute to the change of your life. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I've seen that. I mean, even the two of you have been touring quite a lot. I bet it's also making a lot of business sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I must say, the first time we started doing this thing, the first time we did that run together, well, I did it a whole lot of times, you know, but the first time we did it together, it was the same concept that I was trying to introduce to her to say, yo, look, even if the money doesn't make sense yet, let's go. Let's go. When we get to this place, let's do it like this, let's do it like that. She brings her ideas. No, I think these people are kind of liking this vibe. Let's approach it this way. And yeah, must say, we've received love like from the whole country, and it's amazing, even abroad.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Do you guys ever discuss who's the big artist?
Yes.
So who's
the bigger artist?
Yeah.
She's the bigger artist.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say it with pride. She's the bigger artist.
Okay.
Yeah, she's put in work. She's put in work. She's pushed herself. She's done so well for herself.
So what's this? This is like got Mick Mill and Nicki Minaj kind of vibe or what?
You can carry on just so. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I can tell you. It is what we bring to each other that has put all of us where we are right now. You know what I mean? So her input into my brand has pushed me a certain way. Even my input into her brand has also pushed her a certain way. And overall, we complement each other to make sure that the whole idea is not to compete. Okay? It's to grow.
It's to grow, yeah.
Yeah. So, for your satisfaction, I've told you who the bigger artist is.
But what, also, because, you know, I remember one of the interviews I did with Nez. I asked him about Xaven. He did he dally? Did you want to answer? Give a straight answer. I think the team were telling me, even from last year's awards, the previous awards on the red carpet, they asked you about you and Xaven, and you're not explicitly saying that you're with her. So at what point did you now finally feel like, you know what, it's better we let the country know that we're dating now?
So here's the thing: you need to prepare. You need to be ready to put some information out to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you just move about like headless chickens and then end up being chopped on social media by people, and then you can't even handle it. You know what I mean? So I had been around. I knew about what comes with being with the type of publicity that even putting us each other out as a couple would come with. You know what I mean? So I had to prepare her to say, okay, if we do this, this is what's gonna come with. This is what's gonna, you know. And we got to a point when I felt like, okay, look, I think you're ready now. Are you okay? Because let's do this. And what are the benefits? Why are we even putting it out there? You know, no, we weighed our options. Okay, it works out. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like I was doubting or anything. It's preparation. You know what I mean? It's preparation. You need to be ready for what the people are gonna want out of you. When you give it to the public, it's not yours alone. There's part of it that belongs to the people that you've given it to. Because if you wanted it private and you wanted to just be you and away from the people,
yeah,
you keep it off cameras and just indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you decide that no, we're taking it out there, you need to understand the purpose you're taking it out there. You need to understand that now it's not just about you. Okay? You're the two of you with millions of fans
Yes.
that you have to that have to hold you accountable.
Social media family, they call themselves.
Yes. Now that when you bring them into your home, you're accountable.
Yeah.
So even sometimes when things just go a certain type of way and then we're being put on a chopping board and whatnot, we know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because we were ready.
You're ready, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. And obviously the biggest question is, why isn't he marrying her? Are you going to marry Xaven at the point you've reached?
Yes. What's the criteria of marriage?
It depends on we're different. People have different wants, needs, expectations. So it depends on what you're looking at.
Yeah, because most of the times that question pops up based on what people perceive needs to be done at a certain point. You know what I mean? So, like I said, even before the people knew about it, there was a preparation that we needed. So even to a point we were getting to that level, there's also a preparation that we ourselves as human beings have to be ready for. And even the extended family that we brought into
The one online.
yeah, they're part of it now.
But when you look back, do you ever like regret bringing it to the public? Because sometimes it can get quite toxic.
Yeah, it can. But look, there's nothing that doesn't come with
Like negative consequences.
Yeah. And we I mean, you know how social media is. There's always a story to create on a story. Even you, Chimweka, you write on it in such a way that by the time people will be watching this episode, you would have chopped it in such a way that people are like, ha! This is what Nez said.
That's the man there. The one that's sitting there.
Exactly. So you people know what to do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when people watch and then they get the clear picture, oh, this is what it is.
Why do people think that?
I've had seen situations before where I went like, I'm going to kill Chimweka. You know what I mean? What the hell is this? And then after I watched the whole episode, I watched the whole episode, I'm like,
I have no idea what this is talking about. Also, I mean, lastly, so how do you? Because I know Xaven and Celeb are related. I think they're cousins and so on.
Yeah.
There's a point you and like Celeb had an issue with you and the rest of the XYZ team still has issues with Slap. How do you manage that when you have all these? You have someone in common, like you have someone key in common.
Well, I don't know how to explain that though. It's really crazy.
But you and him are cool, right?
Yeah, we're good. So, look, Slap is not just an industry colleague to me.
Yeah.
Slap is like an elder brother. He's like my mentor.
Yeah.
I don't think I would wear this suit if it weren't for Slap. I learned a lot from him. You know what I mean? Even just to go about branding and most of these things, I learned quite a lot. And a situation like that kind of puts me in the middle and trying to think about how am I going to fix this and whatnot. But we always try to make sure that at the end of it all, we don't put it out there in the worst ways possible. I mean, at the end of it, why Celeb is his own man, I'm only responsible for respecting him as my brother-in-law. You know what I mean? And an industry colleague. And so does Xaven to people like Slap towards me. You know, there's only so much you can do that that can control a fully grown man to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Because I make decisions that I do not ask anybody for. And those decisions, just because they don't affect other people, doesn't mean there's not a portion of people that are affected with the people I stand close with. You know what I mean? The respect I have for everybody is mutual. So at the end of the day, I must say, let a man be a man. You know what I mean? If what you stand for, if you think that's right for you, stand for it. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm cool with everybody. You know
Nice.
what I mean? Yeah.
Let's look ahead. So, back to the body of work. Estimated timeline for when we can expect it? Because I think it had to be a fire project. Xaven, and I wonder what you're going to call it.
Well, I can't give you an estimated timeline, but I must say there's quite a bunch of projects that are going to roll out heavily. Just like we started with
Like singles?
Yeah, singles and albums that are going to come like really soon. I can't announce the dates. We were supposed to roll out an album recently, but there was a little bit of hiccups here and there. So I'm not in a position to give out the dates right now, but expect something as soon as possible. There's a bunch of music coming out. More collaborations coming out.
Pretty much.
More collabs. More flavor.
I need to know where the next show is at, so that I should be backstage.
You want another photo? We look good together on stage, bruh.
Could you add it on stage? 'Cause I was about to be like, what is this man talking about? Nez, thanks a lot for coming through.
No, thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming in a suit. It means you take
Yeah.
the show seriously,
Yeah, I take everything I do seriously.
including this show. So it's good. We'll just take it that you came in a suit because of the show.
Yeah, like the show is serious business, so I need to look the part.
Thank you very much. Thank you as well for tuning in to On the Table today. We're back again next week. I actually do need to make sure. I'm not sure if this show is going to air before the awards or after the awards, but just stay tuned to our YouTube channel, Diamond TV Zambia. And if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We also are on DStv Channel 271 and GOtv Channel 20.